explainer videos are the best way to capture attention, get more followers, and drive.
Hare Krishna, Mother NITYA KISHORE, they are going to pay fine.
Anamrita is doing a super job.
Sade Fubu, can you stop the video? Welcome, Mother NITYA KISHORE.
Haribo.
How are you doing? Are you fine?
I'm in Mayapur.
Great. So you're in bliss.
I don't know about that, but I'm in Mayapur.
Yeah, this is the best time of the year to be in Mayapur.
Yes. So many difficulties. Yeah, amazing.
Okay, you're welcome. Sade, over to you now.
Okay, let's go. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayana Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswati Vyasam Tato Jayam Mudirayet. Reading Srimad Bhagavatam 2:9-18. Tadarshana pari plutantaro rishyatano prema bharashrulochana nanamapadambujamasya vishwasrig yat paramahamsyana patadigamyate. Tat, by that audience of the Lord, Darshana, audience, Alada, joy, Paripluta, overwhelmed, Antara, within the heart, Rishyat, full in ecstasy, Tanu, body, Premabhara, in full transcendental love, Ashru, tears, Lochana, in the eyes, Nandama, bowed down, Padambujam, under the lotus feet, Asya, of the Lord, Vishwasrik, the creator of the universe, Yat, which Paramahamsyana, by the great liberated soul, Pata, the path, Adigamyate is followed. Translation, by His divine grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada, Srila Prabhupada Ki Jai. Lord Brahma, thus seeing the personality of Godhead in His fullness, was overwhelmed with joy within his heart, and thus, in full transcendental love and ecstasy, his eyes filled with tears of love, he thus bowed down before the Lord. That's the way of the highest perfection for the living being, Paramahansa. Purport. In the beginning of the Srimad Bhagavatam, it is stated that this great literature is meant for the Paramahansas. Paramo Nirmat Saranam Satam. The Srimad Bhagavatam is meant for persons completely free from malice. In the conditioned life, the malicious life begins from the top, namely bearing malice against the Supreme Personality of Godhead. The Personality of Godhead is an established fact in all the revealed scriptures, and in the Bhagavad Gita, the personal feature of the Supreme Lord is especially mentioned, so much so that the last portion of the great literature has emphatically stressed that one should surrender unto the personality of Godhead to be saved from the miseries of life. Unfortunately, persons with impious backgrounds do not believe in the personality of Godhead, and everyone wants to become God himself without any qualification. This malicious nature in the conditioned soul continues even up to the stage when a person wants to be one with the Lord. And thus, even the greatest of the empiric philosophers speculating on becoming one with the Supreme Lord cannot become a Paramahansa because the malicious mind is there. Therefore, The Paramahansa stage of life can be attained only by those who are fixed in the practice of Bhakti Yoga. This Bhakti Yoga begins if a person has the firm conviction that simply discharging devotional service, simply to the Lord in full transcendental love, can elevate him to the highest perfection stage of life. Brahmaji believed in this art of Bhakti Yoga. He believed in the instruction of the Lord to execute tapa, and he discharged the function with great penance and thus achieved the great success of seeing the Vaikuntha Lokas and the Lord also by personal experience. No one can reach the abode of the Supreme Lord by any mechanical means of the mind or machine, but one can reach the abode of the Vaikuntha Loka simply by following the process of Bhakti Yoga, because the Lord can be realized only through the Bhakti Yoga process. Lord Brahmaji was actually sitting on his lotus seat, and from there, by executing the process of Bhakti Yoga in great seriousness, he could see the Vaikuntha Lokas with all variegatedness, as well as the Lord in person and his associates. Following in the footsteps of Lord Brahma, any person, even up to this day, can attain the same perfection by following the path of the Paramahansa's recommended hearing. Lord Chaitanya also approved of this method of self-realization for men in this age. One should first, with all conviction, believe in the personality of Godhead, Shri Krishna, and without making efforts to realize him by speculative philosophy, one should prefer to hear about him from the Srimad Bhagavad Gita and later from the text of the Srimad Bhagavatam. One should hear such discourses from a person Bhagavatam and not from the professional man or from the karmi, jnani or yogi. That's the secret of learning the science. One does not need to be in the renounced order of life. He can remain in his present condition of life, but he must search out the association of a bona fide devotee of the Lord and hear from him the transcendental message of the Lord with faith and conviction. That's the part of the Paramahansa recommended hearing amongst various holy names of the Lord. He is also called Ajita, or one who can never be conquered by anyone else. Yet he can be conquered by the Paramahansa part as practically realized and shown by the great spiritual master, Lord Brahma. Lord Brahma has personally recommended this Paramahansa Panta in his own words as follows. Jnane prayasamudapasyam namantameva jivanti samukaritam bhavadiya vartam stane stita shruti gatam tanuvam manobir ye prayashodita jitopiyasi tastrilokyam. Lord Brahma said, O my Lord Krishna, a devotee who abandons the path of empiric philosophical speculation aimed at merging in the existence of the Supreme and engages himself in hearing or glories and activities from a bona fide sadhu or saint, and who lives an honest life in the occupational engagement of his social life, can conquer your sympathy and mercy, even though you are Ajita or unconquerable. Bhagavatam 10.14.3. This is the path of the Paramahansas, which was personally followed by Lord Brahma and later recommended by him for attaining perfect success in life. Vandeham Shri Gurum Shri Juta Padakamalam Shri Gurum Vaishnavamscha Shri Rupam Sagrajatam Sahagana Ragunatam Vitam Tam Sajivam Sadvaitam Savadutam Parijana Sahitam Krishna Chaitanya Devam Shri Radha Krishna Padam Sahagana Lalita Shri Vishakam Vitam Sucha. Omagyan Timirandasya Ganam Janam Shalakaya Chak Shri Muditan Janatasmai Shri Gurupalamataya. Vanchakalpatarubhyascha Kripa Sindhubhya Patitanam Pavanubhyo Vaishnavibhyo Namo Namaha. Can you please display the verse? It's a very, please, you can go down. Thank you. It's a very emotional situation herein, very emotional situation where Lord Brahma is overwhelmed with joy inside his heart. He's so happy. He's so blissful. He's so he's so introvert right now inside his heart. He's ecstatic because he's seen Krishna personally, and he heard and he did tapasya, and he did what he had to do, his duty, and the result of his service was successful, and he's ecstatic, and he's overwhelmed with feelings and emotions. Many times we try to avoid our emotions, or we think emotions are just useless, or we shouldn't feel anything. But actually, this is a big mistake. We are humans in the human, and the way to understand and really advancing bhakti is to feel these emotions towards Krishna and Guru and Parampara in the mind. This is not about to rationalize, but about to feel it. We cannot just rationalize everything, but actually our emotions are attached to something else. So the big job actually is to get our emotions connected to Krishna. I give you an example. Let's suppose that you are in a very beautiful place, a very beautiful, wonderful landscape. You go to the mountains, any mountain, or you see the creation, the trees, the rivers, flowers, and then inside your heart, really deep inside, you think Krishna is the creator of all this beauty. He's the source of beauty. He is he's an artist behind everything. So when you, inside your heart, you remember Krishna, and you connect that experience with Krishna's remembrance, that kind of emotion or that kind of feelings, that one you have to cultivate seriously. Connecting the beauty, compassion, empathy, creation, mercy to Krishna, to remember that he is the one. So then you will develop feelings of love and admiration towards the Lord. And these feelings that will make us remember Krishna in the time of death, those feelings, they should be cultivated. So the best place for cultivating those feelings is in parikrama in India. I already spoke this in the class. Or by hearing about Krishna. We have to do some endeavor to hearing about Krishna's qualities, Krishna's mercy, Krishna's creation. Like, For example, when Krishna is talking to Uddhava, the way he talks, the way he moves, the way he thinks, or Uddhava's feelings towards Krishna. Like Uddhava was desperate when Krishna was leaving the planet, and Krishna didn't tell Uddhava, "I'm leaving." He just felt that something was going on. So he told Krishna, "I'm feeling that are you leaving? Are you leaving?" And then he said, "Look, I want to go with you. It doesn't matter. I want to go with you where you're going. Please bring me with you." And then Krishna said, "No, take sannyas and go to Badrinath. Badrikashrama or Badrinath, same place. Go to the Himalayas." So this is the reason why in Badrinath there is a deity of Uddhava in the temple, because Krishna sent Uddhava to Badrinath. So there is no way for this to be artificially done. You have to hear that and meditate upon it, and hear many times. And you have to remember that, and you have to relate it to that. Then you will develop those necessary feelings towards your practice. And so there must be a time that you should hear about Krishna's pastimes. And it's said that many times in the West, they don't talk about Krishna's pastimes. It's so much philosophy and rules and this and the mind and the social orders. Yeah. Okay, it's there. But we should make a time that to hear about Krishna Lila. Especially in the Bhagavatam describe many things that the gopis, how they were looking, or how they were expressing themselves, or Krishna, the way he was doing things or thinking. Krishna moved all the people from Mathura to Dwaraka in the night, and he was alone waiting for Jarasandha. And he had no shoes, and he had a big lotus buds garland. So you must be able to remember that, otherwise your practice is missing the most important point, that emotional connection to Krishna's personality. Very interesting. Prabhupada always says, Supreme Personality of God. There is no other way to explain that. Krishna's personality. Because Krishna is a person, and he has such and such behavior, the way he's thinking, the way he's moving, or the way he's solving problems, or the way he's talking, or he's a joker, he always joke, There is a pastime when Uddhava, not Uddhava, Akrura bringing Krishna from Vrindavana to Mathura, and then Krishna and Balaram was sitting down in the chariot, and the Akrura went to Jamuna to take a bath and chanting the Gayatri, and then he saw Krishna and Balaram inside the Jamuna. And then he looked behind him, and they were sitting down like very well behaved in the chariot. And then he was afraid, he was like nervous. And then he came to the chariot, and then Krishna asked him, "Is everything all right?" And then he said, yes, everything is all right. And then Krishna says, "Have you seen anything wonderful in the air, or land, or water?" And then Krishna and Balaram started to laugh. So Krishna and Balaram and Krishna, they have a tricky, interesting behavior. So when you know that, and then your heart, your mind it melted, and you replace material attachments and emotions and happiness to spiritual, connected to Krishna. Okay. Okay. We come back to the purport, please? Okay. Down. Down. Thank you. Down. Okay. No, no, no. Up, up, up. Up, please. Okay. Okay, enough. Here, Srila Prabhupada just mentioned the very famous Paramo Nirmat Saranam Satam. The Bhagavata is meant for honest people. And he said that Krishna, God, is a fact established in all the revealed scriptures. Amazing. And he said that our books stressed the surrender to be saved from the miseries of life. Well, we can say that, well, I surrender, because you are thinking what is surrender is something that we are not sure what is that, but you say, oh, I am surrender, and then still I have, my life is still miserable. I have miseries. So what? And Srila Prabhupada answered this question because somebody in the past already made this question in the past. I surrender, and why I'm still suffering. It's the example of the fan. You know, you take out, it's continue to go because this life is going on. But what is saying that the miseries of life will end. But before you hear Bhagavatam, before Krishna Katha, before Shravana Kirtan, you have no chance to leave this place. But now you have a chance to leave, and it will end in the due course of time. Means that, okay? It must be clear for everyone. Please go up. Down, sorry. Yeah, down. You can go more. Thank you. Prabhupada is saying that those who have impious background, they have malicious nature. Yeah. And they want to become God because they're very impious. Okay. Well, one of problems that we have, devotees with Tilaka and Kantimala think that because they have Tilaka and Kantimala, they are hearing, they're thinking, they are not conditioned souls, they are all conditioned souls. So if we understand that, we won't be surprised when devotees commit mistakes or crimes or aparad. It's very simple. We should be more intelligent. You put a kanti, you put a tilaka, you put so devotional clothes like that. It doesn't mean that you become your clothes or you become purified just by change externally. It's a very simple thing. Not you, not anybody. Not anybody. And spiritual qualities or spiritual advancement will be shown not by clothes or external anything. It will be shown by attitude. So apart from that, all of us are conditioned, like what Prabhupada is saying here is for us, not for anybody else. We are just like anybody else. We are just practicing. But our bad qualities and impious backgrounds going on. So we shouldn't be surprised when somebody misbehaved. Oh, had Tilaka and Kantimala, oh my God, did this, said this. What's the problem? It's just a condition, so practicing a process of purification, not purified yet, not pure yet. So no surprises. You can expect anything. Don't create big expectations. Big expectation means frustration. So don't create that. Okay? It should be more simple. Understand this is very simple. And logic. The reason you would change the clothes, it doesn't mean that internally or your mind had changed. You're still conditioned. Okay. Prabhupada is saying that Bhakti Yoga starts when a person has firm conviction that is simply by doing devotional service with love can elevate one to the highest perfection stage of life. Here is giving the science. When Bhakti Yoga begins, when you have any doubt, you don't have any doubt that this is the path. Down here, Prabhupada is saying that you don't have to be a sannyasi to advance spiritually. He said, be wherever you are. It doesn't matter. Another very important point. Okay? Brahmaji believed in the art of Bhakti Yoga. He believed in the instruction of the Lord and execute tapa. And then after that, he saw the Vaikunthas. And then he the verse where it says that in spiritual world, every word is a song and every step is a dance. And the best friend is the flute. This is the verse. This was spoken by Lord Brahma when he saw the spiritual world. Shriya Kanta Kanta Parama Purusha Kalpatanavo Brahma Bhumis Chintamani Ganamaitoya Mamritam Katagana Natyam Gamanamapi Vamshi Priyasaki Chidanandan Jyoti Paramapi Tadaswadyamapicha Shayatrat Shradbi Shravati Surabhi Vyascha Sumahan Mimershada Kyova Vrajati Nahiyatrapi Samayaha Bhajeshwetam Dvipam Tamahamiha Golokamitiyam Vidantaste Shantakshiti Virala Charakatipaye. This is the verse that describes that the land is Chintamani. Only few people in this material world understand this phrase, this transcendental place. Tarakatipaye. Very few people understand. Shriya Kanta Kanta. This verse is very, very beautiful, and this is just a second. What's his name? Sahadeva, he could find. Let me give you the first word. Shri Akanta. Shri Akanta Kanta. Parama Purusha. Purusha. Kalpataravo. Kalpataravo. Okay, I sent to you. Please, can you please look at this and share? Okay.
Okay.
Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Where? Okay. Can you share that?
Yeah, I'm trying to see.
Okay. Okay, no problem. So this verse is the very famous verse that everybody knows. Vamshi Priyasaki. Priya Saki. Saki means friend and Priya means dear. The best friend is the flute. The verse is saying this. And yeah, if you give me the verse, then I can.
I say it's Brahma Samhita.
Brahma Samhita, exactly.
Yeah. Let me see if I can put it up.
Mando janti paramati tadaswadhyamapicha. Yeah, this is the verse 556, okay? Shriya canta, canta. You go down, please. Okay. Druma Bhumis Chintamani. Druma Bhumis Chintamani, a terra, the land is Chintamani. Gana Maito Yamamritam, the water is nectar, means that. Gana Maito Yamamritam. Paramapurusha, the Lord lives there, and this place is full of kalpa, Taravo, trees, desire trees. Chidanand, please go down. Let me hear. Let me check the. Okay, yeah, okay. Down. Okay. Shri, full of Lakshmi Devis. Okay, good. Okay. Where every tree is a transcendental purpose tree, where the soil is the purpose gem, all water is nectar, every word is a song, every guide is a dance. The flute is the favorite attendant. Effulgence is full of transcendental bliss, and the supreme spiritual entities are enjoyable and tasty, where numberless milk cows always emit transcendental oceans of milk, where there is eternal existence of transcendental time, who is ever present and without past or future, and hence is not subject to the quality of passing away even for the space of half a moment. That realm is known as Goloka only to a very few self-realized souls in this world. This is a very incredible, transcendental meditation. You want to do transcendental meditation, you memorize this verse. Okay? I can sing it and I can send to you by audio, and you can share in the group. This singing is from Gurukul. Shriya Kanta Kanta Paramapurusha Kalpataravo. I can do and then send to Sahadeva, he can, and then you can memorize this verse with these words there, the main words. It's very beautiful. Okay, you can go back to the verse. Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Okay, thank you. Tapasya. Lord Brahmaji was actually sitting on his lotus seat, and from there, by executing the process of Bhakti Yoga in great seriousness, he could see the Vaikuntha lokas with all variety, as well as the Lord in person, his associates. So this is the verse that describes what he saw the Vaikunthas. Following the footsteps of Lord Brahma, any person, even to this day, can attain the same perfection. Yeah. Lord Chaitanya approved of this method of self-realization for men in this age. Okay, Prabhupada is encouraging everyone with all conviction, you practice Bhakti Yoga. Akama Sarvakama Va Moksha Kama Udara Di Tivrena Bhakti Jogena Yajeta Purusham Param. Isn't it? If you are full of desires, if you have no desire, if you desire moksha in any position, akama sarvakama va moksha kama tivrena, intensely, earnestly, tivrena bhakti yogena, you practice bhakti yoga, yajeta purusham param, towards the Supreme Lord. Okay? That's the verse. Prabhupada is encouraging everyone. So much encouragement. And he said that we should hear Bhagavatam from somebody self-realized. We should look for the best association ever. Best we can do. Not from people that they are doing this for money. That's the secret of learning the science. Amazing. One does not need to be in the renounced order of life. He can remain in his present condition. Amazing. So that's it. Comments or questions, please. This is what is saying here again and again in different statements that Prabhupada is giving.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, NITYA KISHORE Devi, for
Jai Prabhupada.
Hare Krishna. Dear devotees, if anyone may have questions, comments, realizations, please, you may indicate by using the hand emoji or your physical hand, and you'll be asked to unmute to speak. It's very interesting, the verse you quoted, you sang, and we shared, Srimad Bhagavatam 5:56.
Brahma Samhita.
Yeah, Brahma Samhita. It's very, very detailed, very elaborate, what Lord Brahma is telling us. Now, It is said that talk is cheap. No, it's easier for anybody to tell us that this is simple. You just do this, that, and you get the answer. But when you started doing it, you realize that it's not so easy because, of course, I'm speaking for myself. I've been trying as much as I possibly can to practice devotional service in such a way that I will become Paramhamsa. And I do not, the more I hear from people, the more I read, the clearer I see that I've not even begun devotional service yet. So I don't know if this description of doing this, that you become Paramhamsa is actually attainable. Because, of course, I know some people have, but I'm also thinking that those who have were Paramhamsas and they have just taken birth this time to exhibit their Paramhamsa nature. But somebody like me who was never a Paramhamsa, and I'm just struggling, I don't know if it is possible that someday I can become a Paramhamsa. What's your advice in the eyes of the scripture?
I think we should be happy with the progress that we are doing. Taking in account from where we are coming from. Actually, Srila Prabhupada said that. He said, never forget where you're coming from. If you remember where we were and when we are now, we will be very happy, actually. He said, how much progress we made and how the holy names are so powerful that they made the transformation from inside to outside. Like we became pious by completely stop eating meat. We are against any kind of violence. we never will meet in this lifetime anymore. And this is a very, very big step, understanding it. And then sacred places, and then chanting the holy name and hearing. And this is very, very powerful. This attraction that we feel by the message of the Lord actually is the solution that we are looking for. And so we are thinking that's very difficult to become Paramahansa, and is that maybe we are walking on the water and do some blah blah blah, but actually no. Actually, we're doing a lot, and this is so wonderful that if you're attracted, the point is at the attraction. The attraction is real. The all externals are not real. The attraction that one feels inside their heart, that's real, because this attraction or desire will bring us to the next life. What kind of next life we will have, it depends on our attraction, and it's nothing to do with the externals. So if you really are far from something, sometimes another things are very difficult, and some others we conquered, and some others we are about to conquer, or on the way to conquer. We have to understand, okay, where am I now? Where I started point, who I was, what I was thinking, what are my convictions, what I was, and now what I am right now. Okay, I am here right now. Okay, and what I aim to be. So at least the most important is that we shouldn't be hypocrites. That's the most important point, because be fake, repression, hypocrite, everything, hypocrisy is all in Tamagon. And we shouldn't be in Tamagon. Tamagon is a problem. But if you come to passion, ambition, and you have desires, but they are under control, and you know where you are and where you are going, so then you're progressing. You're slowly but progressing. Yeah, but many times we have challenges or obstacles, or maybe give a step behind, or something happened to us. Still we are progressing. We can't say that we are not progressing. We just have to understand from where we started. That we have to understand. We have to acknowledge that. Prabhupada said that. This is very important. Yes, Madhuvan Das.
Thank you so much for the answer.
Haribo.
Yeah, Madhava Prabhu, please unmute.
Hare Krishna, Mother. So great unto the little feet. Thank you again for giving us the lecture again today. So I love listening to your lecture. I really enjoy it. So when did I mention where we are coming from? So that struck my mind. I tried to think back, where I was, let me say around 6 years of age. That was a Christmas day. I was 6 years old. So my father has traveled. So myself and my mother and my little kid, we are 3 at home. And of course, Christmas, at least you have to kill a chicken. So my mother now ordered me, go and kill the chicken. I'm a boy. I was, So I couldn't say no, because if you say no, people say, are you not a man? So, well, how will I go about it? That was the question. So I took the knife. Then, first of all, I touched the body of the chicken. It was warm, because I was touching human body. It was warm. I had the feeling, I have to kill this thing. So right from youth, I've been looking for a way out of it, because it's a problem for me. So how do I kill this thing? Now, my junior kid, he just should be about 4 years old or 3. He's not too conscious. So I gave him the knife. after giving the knife, I used cloth to cover the face of the chicken, you know. Then I gave it my sick brother the knife. Unfortunately, the knife wasn't very sharp, so he was struggling. So it was a real agony for me that day. So, since that time, I've been looking for a way out this act of killing, eating. So when you now mention that where we are coming from, I'm happy that today I don't have to go through such a agony again. So then also as my health, just briefly, um, since my secondary student.
Just a
Are you
second.
there?
What? Just a second. While he's talking, please make the question, Sahadev. I want his question. I have so.
Okay, thank you.
It's very
Thank you.
late.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
If you
The
may.
question, I got a comment anyway. A
Yeah.
comment. As regards when you mentioned that where we are coming from. So I'm trying to explain what I was and what I am today. That I'm happy with my
Yeah.
situation now. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Okay, what's the question? I can't understand.
No, he wasn't actually asking a question. He was just trying to say what important statement you made, that we may think ourselves not making any progress, but if we think back where we were before and where we are at now, we realize that we're making some progress. So he was just sharing some experiences he had as a little boy when he was
Very good. Very good. We shouldn't
yeah,
ever forget that point. It's
yeah,
very important. One, only, please pay attention, only 5% of people go to Dharma, to Prema. 95% has to go from Dharma to Artha, to Kama, to Moksha, to Prema. So we have to understand that point. Otherwise, instead of become blissful, you become miserable, completely unnecessarily. It's nothing to do, just madness. It's never enough, never enough, never enough. Especially for the men, too much pressure. Don't do this, don't do that, be humble, be blah, blah, blah. What is this? It's not like that. It's not Krishna consciousness. Krishna consciousness, according to Krishna in Bhagavad Gita, is Raja Vidya, Raja Vidya, Rajaguhyam, Pavitram, Midamuttamam, Pratyakshavagamam Dharmyam, Susukam Kartum Avyayam. Everybody knows this verse. This process is practiced with happiness, but they always forget. Okay, and if you hear this kind of preaching, very depressing preaching, just avoid, don't go, don't listen. That's it. Easy. Make your life easy. Just don't listen.
yeah.
Okay, I have to leave.
Well, thank you so much. But I really appreciated the answer you gave to my question, because
What?
if I look back where I used to be at and where I am now, even though I'm not making progress, but I'm better off than where I was at yesterday. So we pray that we can continue doing what we're doing.
Prabhupada said that. Prabhupada said that. He said to the preachers, never forget where you came from.
Yeah. Mitravinda Devi, I shared something with you. Let me see if did I share? And I think I can share for everyone also. I think it's a very good. The Srimad Bhagavatam. Oh, sorry, Brahma Samhita verse.
Sure. Yeah.
I've shared it. Devotees, you may check it out later on. So
yes.
At this point, we're going to humbly request all the devotees to kindly unmute And we chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra to express our appreciation to our speaker, Her Grace NITYA KISHORE Devi. I guess she is a little bit busy with something else, and it's late her time also.
Yeah. It's Gaur Purnima. Everybody's so busy.
Yeah.
Okay, thank you. Hare Krishna.
Krishna, Krishna,
Hare Krishna, Krishna, Krishna,
Hare
Hare
Rama, Hare Rama, Rama
Rama
Rama,
Rama, Hare Hare.
Hare.
Vanchakarpatarubhyascha kripa
Sindhubhya vacha patitanam pavanebhyo Vaishnavibhyo namo namaha. Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
The grace
Gaura
Nitya Kishore
Premanande.
Devi Das ki jai.
Nanta Koti Vaishnavrinda ki
Jai.
Jai. Haribol. Happy Gaur Purnima.
jai.